Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Joy Abzo, episode 9 of Python for Granny series. Today we are going to be building a guess game, a simple guess game in Python. And in it, I'll teach you the concept of if statements, that's conditional statement, if, else, and elif. And we also build this whole game from scratch. And this is how the game runs. So you ask the user to enter a number less than 20 or a number that you will give. So if the user enters 12 and the number is less, the person will ask to enter a higher number, just as you can see. So I'll enter 14, get still a higher number, so I'll enter 17, higher number, 19. 19 is also high, so enter a lower number, so obviously it should be 18. And congrats, you have guessed right. So this whole game, we are going to build it in Python from scratch. So in it, the concept behind it is just if and else statements, which I said I'll be teaching you. So what are conditional statements? Conditional statements are just statements whose execution depends on a certain condition that you give. Like saying, if it rains, I will go to the farm. That's a conditional statement. If school resumes, I'll report early. That's a conditional statement. And we have simple conditional statements. So let's just start from a new edition. So to start, you just go to File, create new file, or to use the shortcut, you just click Ctrl-N. So this is how it works. So let's say we have a number that we request the user to enter. So we have guess. The user guess will be equal to what? We are giving our own number out so that the user will guess it. So we have 2018 as our number. And we will now ask the user to enter his or her number using the input function. So ask user guess is equal to int. If you don't understand how to use the user input, I did a video on that. I'll leave it in the description so that you check it. It's also part of the playlist of this video, so you can check it right there for the how to use the input. But it's just simple. So int of please guess my number. So the user will ask guess our number, and we are now given a condition that if the user guess is equal to guess, that's our number, what should happen? What should Python do? Python should print congrats, you have right. So this is how our program is a simple if statement as it is here. So we have simple if, the type simple if, conditional if, else if, and the others. So simple if is just one block of statement that get executed when the if statement evaluates. So this is something like that. So with this, when we run it, you first save it. So you go to File, Save, then you go to a place where you can easily access it. I'll put it in on my desktop. So I just name it as Guess Me. I just put it as Guess Me, and that is appropriate for me. So if you are not using the IDLE, you add .py. But since I'm using it, so to make Python the IDLE recognizes our Python file. So when I put this, I'll just simply run it. So go to here and run model. You can use F5 to do it. Sorry, okay. So the equal to sign comparison, you use double equal to sign. So you run. Okay, so please guess my number. Let's guess a number let's guess the 18. So 18. Congrats, you have guessed right. So this, what Python simply did was, it took the number, your number, the guess we gave, and compared it with the user number. And because it is true, it returns true. This statement returns true. This what executes. So you can, we did comparison. When you compare, you are logical statement. You are, this will evaluate to true since they are equal. But if it doesn't evaluate to true, this line of code will not run. So let me run it again. I've pressed F5 to run. So it's here. So when I enter a number like 12, nothing happens. So that is because the condition wasn't met. So because the condition wasn't met, nothing is kept out, and a user who is not conversant with it will not know what just happened. The program might just end that way. But to make it more good for the person, we add other statements that can work. If that statement didn't work, then something else should run. So we have what else? We have what we call the else statement. So if it doesn't work, else, what should happen if it evaluates to false? So else, and this is how the if statement works. The if condition with is to sign, that's the colon sign, then the condition, the else should also be in the same line, and here the spacing should be 4 by default. When you click, it will give you the 4, but if it's not, it should be 4 before it can run. That's what we call indentation. So else, it should print, Python should print you are wrong. So this is just a whole listing. So Python will print to the person that what you are wrong if that statement doesn't execute. So let me run it again. So the user will now guess. So let's say I guess 13. It prints out what you are wrong because this statement, this place evaluated to false. So if I run and I still guess 18, it will still give me what? Congrats, you have guessed right. But this, as we see, the person might not know whether the person guessed right, lower or higher. So to make the person know this, we have the what? Else if statement. So else, if that statement doesn't work, else, that's the else statement. If that statement doesn't work, then it should follow a different condition, and that's what else if. But in Python we call it elif. It's shortened as elif. So we have, so if user guess is equal to this, you should do this. Else, if it's not that, then we should have a different condition to give. So to make this more appropriate, I will now use less than or equal to sign. So first, I'll just change something here. So if, okay, let me just continue that way. I hope you understand it. So if that is not the case, so if, else if. Other languages they'll write else if. But in Python, this is how we write it, elif. So elif user guess is greater than my guess. What should happen is that print guess a lower number. And that is it. So let's save, and the else statement, let's come here to and change it. So if then this one is not equal to, it's not greater than, obviously it should be what? Less than. So here we'll ask the user to what? Guess a higher number. So we have what? Guess a higher number. So when you save it and we run, this time around, we know the number is 18. So what we do is what? Let's say I input 12. I'm asked what? Guess a higher number. And what happened at the back scenes is that it took the number, it checked, it wasn't equal to. So it went again for this statement. It checked, it wasn't greater than, 12 is not greater than 18. Then it came back, it now went and executed the statement. So after this fails and this fails, then the else statement what? comes in. You can have a lot of guess the same that are there. You can have a different elif here. So elif user guess is less than guess, print guess a higher number. And that to run, but because so you can have a number of else there and they will run, but since there are only 3 conditions in this case, so we have this, and if I run again and I guess say 19, we have what? Guess a lower number. And that's just simply the basics of what? Else statements. Else, elif, and else. If, elif, and else. So those are just the basic of else statement. And with the original program I gave, there are more functions to it. But for a lower level, we will not use all those functions yet. We have the for loop and the others. So with the next video, I'll be doing with the for loop. But before that, let me add this. So we have a function for a guess number. We really like it to be one number always. So to do that, we have a function or a model in Python called random, which is in the math. It's a math model. It's a model that gives you random things. So we have from random import rand-int. So random integer. So this is what it does. It what? Import a random integer, and the random integer will generate a number for us. So instead of having guess equal to the 18, we now have guess to be equal to what? Run int 0, 20. So this time around, what it's doing is this. It's simply taking the number, the guess number, and it will give us the guess. It will give us a random integer from 0 to 20. So if I save and run, I'll have what? 12. If I have 12, guess a lower number because we don't know. So let me just put something here that will be printing the guess number for us. So guess. So that we'll know what Python generates for us as the guess. So enter a number, I enter 14. Guess a higher number, meaning Python generated 18 as the guess number. If I run again, we'll have what? Let's say I guess the same 18. Guess what? Higher number. That's what? The guess number Python generated was what? 20. So those are just the basics of if and else statements. So in the next video, I'll be taking you through the for loop. And the for loop is what will what? Give the user choice to what? Try again. So if that one, if you run it, you have 14, guess a lower number, 12, guess a lower number, 2, guess a higher number. So that gives the person what? The choice to run the program continuously. And when I get it wrong, they will tell me what? You lost. So this is just the for loop. It's just these 2 statements that are there. But I'll explain that one in details in the next video. And even we'll take it more advanced with this model. So we'll put it in a GUI form. And here you now have a more appropriate way of running it to what? For a user. So kindly subscribe if you've not done so. Click on the bell notification so that you get notified when I release the next part of this video, so that you will not miss it out. And also thumbs up and share this video to those who are learning Python for you or beginners like you, so that they also get to learn. Thank you. See you in my next video.